guys, welcome. Today we are going to be taking a look at the new Essie Soda Pop Shop collection. This is a collection of 3 creams, 3 shimmers. This is just kind of like a fun collection for summer, but what was most exciting about this collection is that it premieres their new brush in the US. So they have a wider brush. It's quite full and it has a curvy end so it fits up nicely into your cuticle, and I do really like it. I prefer it to the old Essie brush for sure, but because it is wider and fluffier, like I said, it's full. It takes some adjusting, to be honest with you. I was surprised that I wasn't just kind of crazy for it right away. So we're going to do live application, that way you can see how these apply on my nail and what my experience is like, so you'll get a good idea of what the experience would be like for you, and then you know if you want to purchase them. So I purchased them from transdesign.com. I will also link that in the description bar. Of course, there's no affiliation there, it's just a link for you to click on if you want an easier way to these polishes. So we'll go ahead and get started with Babes in the Booth. This is a pearly lustery pink. It's kind of mid-tone, not too light, not too dark, but very, very lustery. This polish, I think I did 3 coats. It was at 2 coats. I could still see a little bit of nail line, so I wanted to go ahead and bring it as opaque as I could with 3 coats. You're gonna watch me swatch all 3. For me personally, this is the kind of shade that I tend to try to avoid. I do like luster shades. I like them quite a bit. I like shimmer, but because I don't really enjoy pink, this is like that exact shade that I just had way too much of as a kid that I just kind of rebel against now as an adult. Now that there are so many beautiful colors to choose from, this is almost the very last color that I would ever want to wear. Isn't that crazy? And I know we all have our preferences. It's a beautiful polish, but just not the polish for me, and that is okay. That's why we have 500 million colors and bottles of nail polish in this world. So this was 3 coats of Babes in the Booth. Next up, we have an outstanding red. This is a very cool toned, sweet red. It's almost going towards berry. This is called Cherry on Top. This is a perfect example of a 1-coat cream. This is perfection. It goes on so easily. Formula is very truly Essie, just beautiful, easy to wear, easy to apply, and even easier for me now with this wider brush because I do prefer those myself, and just easy. 1 coat, out the door, slap on some top coat, and you're good to go. The next polish is my personal favorite out of the collection because it is the mauve-y, purple, dusty wine kind of shade. This one's called Drive In and Dine, and it's just so beautiful. Yes, there are lots of colors like this in my collection, but I gravitate to certain colors for a reason. They just make me feel good, so I don't mind owning a few things that might be repetitive. If it looks like this, I know I'm gonna love it on my nails. This one wasn't quite as much of a 1-coater as Cherry on Top. I definitely needed 2 coats for this one, but if you were in a super hurry and nobody was gonna look that closely on your nails, you could probably pass with just 1 at this. The next polish in the collection is a very light off-white with some pretty lovely green to blue shimmer. It's not like a strong Aurora shimmer where it's really obviously shifting between the 2. It's just kind of lightly there. It's almost like green to teal. And this one's called Going Steady. And like I mentioned first, the shimmer polishes in the collection are more sheer. That very first one, since it's a luster, that does give you a lot more opacity than a polish like this. So this polish and the one that's coming up next are a lot sheer and would maybe be good as toppers. So for me, I didn't really love this one as much. I feel like they have put out a few light shimmering shades with that bright shifty shimmer lately that I preferred. But anyway, I did 3 coats today of this one. It's called Going Steady. The next polish is the one that I've had on my nails today, and as you can see, it doesn't really look like I'm wearing anything. But what it is this peach shade, and it has gold shimmer in it. So basically, it's like wearing a clear nail polish, but it brings a little bit of life to my nail, bringing a little bit of warmth, which I actually really like. I'm not crazy about wearing clear manicures for me, just because I love the color and there's so many nail polishes to try and I always just want lots of color on my nails. But as I wore this today, I found myself really enjoying it even at 1 coat for that reason. If you're a person who really likes just a clear mani, something nice and easy and maybe more professional looking, but you want to add just a pinch of color that's not going to be noticeable to anyone just looking at your nails, but it just wakens up your nail a little bit. Almost like if you were wearing a blush, but not a very noticeable one, something to just make your skin more alive after you've put foundation on. Does that make sense? That's kind of how I feel about this polish. So I did enjoy it. I don't know that I will gravitate to it a lot, given that, like I said, I like to wear color on my nails all the time, but I can definitely see a great purpose for this polish. Okay, it's called Out of the Jukebox. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it for you at 3 coats today, but you can see after that first coat what it looks like on its own at just the 1 coat if you just wanna wear this as a topper. And the last polish in the collection is a blue-based pink cream. This is what I think of as like a dusty bubble gum. It's not super, super dusty, but it does have a lot of white in there. It's called Pin Me Pink, and it's just a bubblegum pink color, very blue based, and it is good at 2 coats. The formula is really nice if you were just dying for another pink in this shade. I do have a lot of things like this just from reviewing many collections, not because I gravitate towards this color. So this is another one that was a pass for me just based on personal preference. But as far as the formula goes, the formula is great. So if you needed something like this, this one's gonna be good for you. All right guys, so that is the whole Soda Pop shop collection. Like I said, I found it on transdesign.com. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Have you tried any of these Essie polishes with the wider brush? This collection, I think there's a lot of great basics in here. If you don't have a 1 coat red, you could pick up the cherry on top. I really did like that mauve wine shade, and then out of the sheer ones, I thought that this peachy one was pretty fun. So anyway, you guys, that's my review for you today. I hope that you found it helpful, and I will see you back for the next review very soon. Take care. Bye.